Good morning. I had another good sleep on the boat. Actually, that's bullshit. It was a bit rocky. I had a really good sleep the night before. It was a bit rocky, a bit loud last night, and I still got some sleep. It was okay. But I thought I'd share waking up on the boat with you, and a little bit of like what it's actually like to live on a boat. I'm not living on the boat full time at the moment, but I am part time at least a couple of nights a week. Thoroughly enjoying it. So anyway, waking up. I sleep in the V berth. It's almost winter here, so I have lots of blankets. That really, really helps. So I'm getting up. I turn that light on. I love this light. I love this little area at night. It's really cosy. Get up. Come out here. That's a bathroom where I brush my teeth. We're going to turn the light on. There we go. It's a bit bright. And we'll open the door. I usually open the door first thing. Let some air in. So I'm really close to the shore here in Mangawhai. Better actually just show you where I am first. It's a little harbour, Mangawhai. Oh, some clouds over there. It's really nice to wake up in nature. Open this vent. I have this one. I usually leave this one open at night. I'm going to close this one now because I don't need it open. And then what I do, usually turn the power on, but I've done that. I usually sleep with the power off, but I've turned it on already this morning. And then I make some breakfast. This morning I'm going to have toast. I've got a little cabinet in here with some more food. Peanut butter. Oh, I've got some jam left. Sweet. And then, have I got bananas? I like to have, at the moment, my habit is to have peanut butter, jam, and a banana on toast. I don't have a toaster, and I don't use this cooker, so, but I like the gimbal effect. The reason why I don't use that cooker is I've got the gas bottle and everything, but they just worry me, gas bottles. I just use these really simple little things here. I always find simple is best. And I mean, it's not ideal, these little things, because they're a little bit fiddly and, but I mean, they always go, they're cheap to run. I don't have to worry about a gas bottle out the back, because gas bottles really do worry me. I just put that there, and I start it with the fry pan and just fry a couple of pieces of bread, really. Isn't it wonderfully close? At Maharangi, when I'm living on boats, I feel so isolated. But here in Mangawhai, I mean, I have a house just over the hill, and with my family there, and here is but you know, me and my wife are separated now, so we don't live together anymore. And I've just bought a bit of land, and which I'm going to build a little house on soon. So in actual fact, I'm probably going to be selling Mongo soon, and my mooring at Maharangi, because I'm going to get all the money I can to buy that bit of land and build myself a little house, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to build a big shed as well, and then I can build my Wilson huts, and now the Nook. If I was clever, I'd add a photo of the Nook. I'm not that clever. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna. It's halfway between here and Kaiwaka. It's about probably 10 minutes from here. I'll get a boat again, of course, once I've recovered from paying for the section. But it was a really good buy, and sometimes when things like that come along, you just got to grab them and make them happen no matter what. So anyway, back to living on the boat. And indeed, you might be the person that buys Mongo. Mongo's really, really cool. It's well set up with all the electrics and the LED lights and the cooker and the sink. That's even got listen to this. Isn't this the coolest thing? It's actually got water pressure, and you can actually wow, isn't that amazing? I've never had that. The Mongo's an American boat, and reminds me a little bit of like a small Beneteau or something. You know, it's obviously a tier down from that, but not that far down. and for the size, it's really roomy. You know, to give you an idea of the headroom. So I'm here, and look, like so far above my head. You know, it's a good sort of almost a foot above my head. So it must be at 6'2" or something. Well, I'm 6'5" or 6'6", whatever I am. And yeah, again, it's got a really, really comfortable bed. A comfortable bed on a little boat, living on a boat is critical. And again, like being warm, you don't want to be cold. If I was going to keep Mongo, I would have taken this bit out. I'll leave a little bit of light in so you can see what I'm talking about. That bit there and the toilet. As unromantic as it sounds, you know, living on a boat, especially in phone calls like this, a bucket is, you know, that's my bucket there. And a bucket is an essential part of your life. Every morning I have a bit of a race because I do my number 2s in the morning, and fortunately where I am, I don't do them in the bucket. Fortunately where I am, there's a public toilet. See, there's one right there, and then just down here by the boat ramp there's another one. So in the morning I get up, I have my breakfast, and I pee in the bucket. Hey, there's nothing wrong with peeing in a bucket, but I don't do number 2s there. I do my number 2s in the toilet, and that's partly why this morning is really good. That's the reality of being on a boat, you know. Everyone's going to go to the toilet, and but you don't. I would never put it in the harbour, never, ever. It's a little harbour here, and it's beautiful, and I wouldn't want to pollute it in a million years. So I go there, and the sold house is sold. I actually ended up giving it to a guy that was sort of helped me out with it a little bit, and I gave it to him, and I'm busy life at the moment, and that's worked out well. It worked out well for him and for me, and I believe it's in good hands now, and being looked after, and that's what I really couldn't do with it. Like in reality, sadly, yeah, I can look after Mongo. I'm doing a pretty good job looking after Mongo, but and I'm thoroughly enjoying the nights I stay on it too. I come out here, and what I do is I sit on this couch, and I've been reading this really cool book, book just the last couple of days about the round the world race, you know, back in the 80s. But guess what? That's Peter Blake, and guess what? This book is signed by Peter Blake, and I think that's Alan Sefton, and there's someone else in 1982. How cool is that? Yeah, so I read, and now I'm going to make my breakfast. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a slice of life in the morning and say hello, tell you I'm still here and everything's still ticking over. And, the kids, I've stayed a couple of nights on this boat with the kids too, and they freaking love it. I mean, it is a really, really nice boat. I don't think aesthetically, I mean, I love little double enders, and I love little 20-footers and 25-footers and folk boats and stuff. I don't think it's there in the way that it looks from the outside. But that's some bullshit. I mean, that's also kind of becoming a thing of the past, sadly. You know, everyone wants a big catamaran now, and they want all the comforts of home. This ain't that, but it's a lot closer to that than some of the little boats I fart around with. But I like those little boats. I think they're fun and beauty. I know it actually sounds a bit shallow to say about the beauty of a boat, but they are a beautiful thing. Sailing's a beautiful thing. But this hasn't really been about sailing for me, this boat. This boat's been about accommodation, and it's served me very, very well. It's very, very comfortable. It doesn't take on any water. And when you're living on a boat, that's a big bloody thing. See the bilges, dryers, that's a big thing. Because living on a wet, damp boat's freaking awful. I've done that, been there, done that. This area here, there's a bit of rundown, and that looks awful. I should do something about that. I'm not gonna. I am just plodding along, and I'm busy with a lot of things. So, it sounds lazy, but it's actually more to do with lack of time. But anyway, that's good. I can't think of anything else to say. It's wow. Another thing you find with living on boats is you get up early. It's only 10 to 7. I've been up for since 6, and even then I was awake before that, and I had to force myself to stay in bed. There's something about this life that makes you want to get up and get going, and also makes you want to go to bed early. the other thing that I want to say about this life, and anyone that's living on a boat will know this feeling, and I'm sure they'll identify with it. You wake up, you go to bed, and it's cozy and lovely. You wake up, and you somehow feel like you're a bandit or something. You've cheated things a little bit because I have to row in there and I have to poop in the toilet, and that's a little bit of convenience. But it's free. I didn't pay, to live here in Mangawhai, to rent a house is like $100 a day. I mean, I didn't pay $100 last night. I paid $30 a week to rent this morning, and the boat would be here anyway. It's free. Like the solar power is free. All that stuff, that kind of makes the rowing into shore a little bit more palatable. You're like, oh, we'll row in shore. Never mind, because it's free. I mean, it takes all about 30 seconds to row from here to the shore. It's right there. And then you walk along, or I drive along in my van, and I walk along usually. And so what? It's worth it for the $100 that it didn't cost me to be here. And also, it's not only just the $100. It's not, by the time you add up all the things of living in a house, even when you own a house. I mean, I own a house, and even living there with the rates and that, and it all costs money. So I don't know. You get this kind of like feeling like you've not cheated life, but cheated the system somehow. You feel a bit like a bandit or something. I can't really explain it, but you'll know what I mean if you stay on a boat. And it's really, really quite a neat sort of fun feeling. I don't know how it would be over winter. Well, I do, because I've done it before. I sort of explored heating options a little bit in here. I mean, it's not a big space.